So, the other day, there was a film advertised that Elizabeth has not seen and I have seen. And that film is Apocalypse Now. And Lib playfully suggested that we should watch it with the kids. And I said, no, we should not watch it with the kids. But one of the reasons I gave why we shouldn't watch it with the kids is because, I'll be discreet here, because I am a man of some standing in the community, is that I genuinely feel to watch Apocalypse Now, especially some of the later cuts of it, one, it helps me in some sort of like altered state of mind. I shall go no further. Now, and that's because it's just damn long, and you have to sink it in, absorb it, and this, that, and the other. Now, in a very, very tenuous link, I'm sure the last time I watched Curse of Fenric was one of the extended versions, of which there are at least 2 now, and maybe more, I think. I'm sure that's the last time I watched it was in one of the big extended versions. And I'm always a bit, as I've grown older, I'm a little bit hesitant when it comes to extended versions of anything, like albums. You get an extended version of an album, usually you've ended up with 2 crappy B-sides and you didn't really want them. Apart from The Fall. Well, yeah, but I mean, there's not that many B-sides from the different class era you'd stick on different class and make it a better record.
It's not about having it as a better record, just about having more of a good thing.
Yeah, I think that certain things need to exist in there, and it's nice to have the option. But anyway, this is how you should watch Curse of Fenric, surely, because this is Curse of Fenric. And I had forgotten. I'd forgotten how brilliant Curse of Fenric is. Genuinely, I made reference to this in the last video. I'd been a little bit gleefully sort of controversial about Curse of Fenric. Grumble. This is unbelievable. I mean, genuinely, this is unbelievable. And I think that the pace of it is a big part of that. It's so fast that did he use the word abstract last time? I think it's a fair word to use, because it does feel like there's obviously a link. It all works, but the pieces just seem to be like bang, 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 bang. It's awesome, but it's not uncontrolled. It's not like the brakes have broken and you run down a hill. Like that moment where it just stops and you get Nicholas Parsons doing the biblical quote. What is that biblical quote? Do we know offhand?
Off the top of my head, I don't.
No, we don't know. I didn't even know what the last word was, which just goes to show what an ignorant man I am. But my exceptionally clever wife told me that the last word of that it doesn't sound screen, is love. And it was only then when Libba told me that I recognise how canny it is to have obviously, the symbolism of having the code that's going to destroy the Kremlin. Being love is quite clear. But the fact that is the missing word from earlier is so deft and so lovely. And the fact that for saying this is like so quick, and the Doctor and Ace are moving from character to character to character, it feels controlled and everything seems to click into place. It's quite a wonderful thing. I think something else that helps it work is, for a start, it's a Doctor Who story. By this point in Doctor Who, if you're tuning into a Doctor Who story, you're fairly confident what you're going to get. But this leans very heavily into one of the golden eras of Doctor Who, which is the early Tom Baker, the Hinchcliffe era. And the fact that a lot of people who may just be bobbing in, let's do a bit of Doctor Who, you're getting proper gothic horror here with a twist, obviously. But and I made reference to with Ghostlight, didn't I? I said that, I'm pretty sure I said, that if you were just a random person turning on to watch Ghostlight, you'd be like, what the chuff is this? I think you would turn this on. And for a start, you've got Nicholas Parsons. And again, for those of you who don't know, Nicholas Parsons is a fairly big deal. Is that fair? I think it's a fairly big deal. I mean, he's famous enough to be like, oh, it's that chap, Nicholas Parsons. But then you've got vampires, and it's so clearly vampires. You've got World War II. Everything is giving anybody who tunes into this every opportunity to go, oh, watch this. I know Corrie's on, but Doctor Who's, infinitely better. So it's a thing of beauty, this. It really genuinely is. And it feels... Did I say this last time? It's been on my mind. It feels Deadly Assassin-ish in so much as this feels like end of the first, the second 15 years of Doctor Who Yeah, that's quite a bold thing to say again, but it's not a stretch to say, and obviously we know it's coming. It's not a stretch to say that this battle we've been prepping for this for quite some time now, and maybe that extends even further beyond Sil. So there is something quite fundamentally important. It feels in this, absolutely brilliant. Like genuinely, I had forgotten, dear viewer, how good this was. Any thoughts?
I'm enjoying it.
There we go. What more can you say? What more can you say?